Oksana's Kiev apartment block was hit in Russian attacks that also targeted Odessa, Kharkiv, Dnipro and Chernihiv. As well as homes, critical infrastructure was also damaged, worsening Ukraine's already weakened electricity.
Now, to be clear, critical infrastructure is valid targets, okay? Now, this one. Yeah, okay. So, in the military, you learn about the Geneva Conventions, you learn about the UCMJ, you learn about rules of engagement, and you learn about lawful orders. Believe it or not, you do. At least I did back in 2009 and 10 when I went through basic training and, well, every other branch calls it AIT. Now I forgot what tech school. Jeez. All right. Anyway, we learn about this stuff and we do annual training on it every single year, sometimes twice a year, depending on the training, right? So when I say that anything involving civilian structures like schools, hospitals, residential areas, parks, religious buildings, what's another one? Actually, no, that might be it. That might actually be it. Libraries would be, I guess. Universities, right? Those are never lawful targets. I think a university might be a lawful target if there is confirmed weapons research being conducted there. I think there are some circumstances where a university is eligible, but certainly not a high school or a kindergarten or a middle school, right? So the point in all of this, why am I saying this? Why am I doing the big screen facing you talking about this? There is lawful targets. There definitely are lawful targets, and those are predominantly infrastructure and, of course, military, meaning power lines and power cables, rail, roads, bridges, of course, military bases and installations or deployed assets. Airports. Yes, every airport, to include your tiny little county airport, are always considered lawful targets. And ports are considered lawful targets, and I want to say warehouses as well. And of course, any sort of manufacturing facility that can manufacture weapons or weapons of war, like tanks and artillery and all that. So there are such things as lawful targets. We're being shown an unlawful target, right? The apartment building. But the other 5 attacks were towards critical infrastructure, which is a lawful target, right? Granted, we shouldn't be fighting wars with, munitions or anything like that. We shouldn't be fighting wars at all in 2025. We should be focusing on coming together as a species and exploring space. But whilst we are waging war, there has to be the understanding that if 2 countries are at war, there are rules that they should and, well, I would say must, but should follow. And critical infrastructure is one of those rules. You can attack that all day long. Leave civilian stuff alone. Infrastructure good, civilian stuff bad, right? So the fact that this particular video is covering the fact that it hit the apartment building, bad, war crime, but also was going after critical infrastructure without any differentiation in context is a disservice to everybody watching who did not serve or those who do serve and choose to not give a shit about the lawful aspects of waging war. So that's why this little, it might have been more appropriate to do for pressure hour, right?